Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nioh 2. I'm Mysterious JG. Slightly annoyed. Just did the same thing last night with an RTK 14 video. I'm having to re-record. Had a whole video that just didn't come out. Recorder hasn't been that consistent. I mean, I'm not like getting tons and tons of these, but it's enough to be annoying. That's for sure. If I had to choose, of the two videos of Nioh 2 I've attempted to record today, not counting the one I'm about to start, I'm glad that the one that recorded was the one that recorded, because what I successfully recorded was a video where I actually defeated the White Tiger boss. So I had a whole video of just regular old dungeon crawl after dealing with that. That just got eaten. So what I'm going to do is, the enemies are all dead, but just so you've got a sense of the level, I'll go through it again. Alright, so I'm backtracking from where I got to. Do you remember? This is the shrine. Through these little loop-de-loop things. This is the arena where we fought the mid-boss. Okay. Some of these enemies will have respawned, so I don't want to get into a whole deep re-exploration, but you come here. This door is locked, has to be opened from the other side. And then there's this gap in the bridge here where if you were to fall down there, it would be death. I believe in the video that took, I dropped down here, there was one of those corrupted Kadamas, like the purple reddish one with the skull things. But there was a ranged enemy over there who got aggroed and started shooting at us to prevent me from getting any loots from him. But eventually I hopped my way down there. We fought our way through this building. That's the door that you have to open from the other side. But this building right here, this is it. Wandering around in the caves and whatnot, we got ourselves to this building here. Whatever we were doing, I don't know if this is the exact place, but you had a couple little swamps with these spiky rocks and guys wandering around and blah blah blah. Eventually you fight your way through. We get to this building. You open the door, a fox ambushes you because there's a spirit fox guard waiting inside the building to attack, even though there's a closed door. So it's like a guard dog, but it's a fox and it lives inside this building. There was a pajama dude here. He said something, he was like, what's his name, Onmyo Mage, and I kind of were backed off, and currently covered with blood sword lady was the one who was like being aggroed against him and fighting him, and he said like, "You have no chance," which was kind of funny because he really did a number on her before I stepped in and finished him off. But he was outnumbered 3-1, saying, "You have no chance." I think there was an enemy over here. I don't really remember. Whatever. That was a little treasure chest over there. We've got a few cool weapons along the way. I'm currently leveling up a Thunder God Kusarigama. But yeah, we you fight your way in here. There's a whole bunch of red blips, but some of them were. To see those walkways up above, yeah, well, you can eventually get to those, but you can't get to them now, so that made things a bit confusing. But there was a few enemies in here. This place was originally a yokai zone, and it had one of those hag ladies, and she actually gave a little speech when she died and dropped a soul core, but the enemy that was making it a yokai zone was one of those weird guards with the unicorn type horns sticking out of their heads, and when we killed him, he had a lengthy speech where he said something like, "You can never escape from this underworld that I call home," which begs the question, I swear this is what the text said, even though the voice acting was yokai language. "Why did you come here?" So I got to make a what you call hell Ramus calls home joke, which is I don't know what it's a reference to originally, but I'm referencing a Mystery Science Theater joke. They were probably referencing something else. There's a Kadama back here. Come over here. Here's one of those mummy ladies who goes hoo 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 and shoots bandages at you and slows you down was here, but she's like a non-respawning one, so all I had to do is walk right up and immediately start slamming her with Kusarigama, and allies helped out and that made it easy, and blah blah blah. You fight your way through this whole place. This is the naturally occurring exit. Somewhere up there I think was there's a path or there's a door that we could open that leads back to, like, it can only be opened from one side and it leads back to earlier in the level or whatever. Just a bunch of caves. There's enemies. Really, there's nothing, like, it was all pretty nondescript. Like, I think it would be a perfectly fine, normal level of video of Nioh 2. Let's watch JG play Nioh 2, but there was no boss fights and no plot stuff, so it was really just a very normal sort of video. Up here somewhere there is a little opening where you can get yeah, then you get up to here and this log could be knocked down to cross this path, and I was like, that's weird. I figured this was a path back to the beginning of the level, but this really doesn't look like I thought it was a death pit, but no, you come across here and there's an enemy patrolling around. But if you beat it and you keep going, then there's another log to knock down, and that takes you. And the other side of that is the beginning of the level, not the beginning of the level, but the Kadama shrine that you're supposed to be using at this point. There's an enemy down there, which I think is from earlier. Like, I've already beaten it, and we don't need to fight it again. Like, I don't think that's new stuff down there. If I hopped down here, I wouldn't die, but I don't. Yeah, that's the entrance to a building that we've already been in. I think. I don't believe there's any point in us dropping down there. But I could be wrong. If we get to a point where we haven't found all the Kadama, I'll try going over there. Now I can't figure out how we get to the place. There's a little side path. It's kind of hard to see. Here it is. This takes you to the roof section. Or not the roof, just the beams supporting the roof of this place. Presumably this place wasn't always under a cave. I don't know. There's like a treasure chest if you go all the way across there. There's a couple of enemies. There was a ranged enemy. The big thing about this place is that my allies tried really, really hard but didn't quite manage to knock me off the edge while charging in to melee an enemy. And eventually I dropped willingly off the edge before we fully explored the place, because all the enemies that we were killing up here, they kept hitting them and knocking them off the edge. So if I wanted the loots they dropped, we had to drop back down anyway. Also, there are little lights, pyres that you can light in this place that give you a. There's an area of effect where it gives you a bonus to your anima generation and how much ki you deplete from enemies that you hit, and blah 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 blah. Okay, but yeah, like unless you want a full understanding of the map layout, and for me to retrace every single step, I've hit the highlights as far as there are highlights. This is basically just kind of a fairly generic section of map, and other than the fact that there's a lot of those crab enemies, which are particularly annoying to fight one-on-one, because they tend to face you with the armored side and are easier to fight if you've got allies to distract. Nothing where we really needed our allies, although it's always handy to have them. One thing I like about this game compared to the original Nioh, they make a lot more use of sections where you have an ally fighting with you, just to mix it up. So we're now into stuff that I haven't already done, including fighting this hag. I'd like to get close enough to trigger a surprise attack. That didn't work the way that it was supposed to. All right. this thing will be useful. I don't know if there's a special deal with having all of them lit in the level, but I found at least 2. This would be 3. So hiya gauntlets, Amio Mage's Lock, glad to grab those. Super Adachi. Oh, I found and read the description of a sword with a neat name, and it turns out it was like, you know, the student of the great, like a student of the greatest master ever made these special swords, but they weren't part of a set, so we don't care. They were twin swords. Definitely handy to have allies hitting those things periodically between your attacks. Probably could use you more strategically when it's time to fight the boss, but might as well just get you to join us while I've noticed you're here. I don't know how close we are to the end of all this, but we haven't found all of the Kadama. Once we found all the Kadama, I'll be a bit more eager to just rush through everything. Although still, you don't want to miss stuff like Amio Mage's Locks. Let's hit those real quick. Now I've got ninja skill points and non-Mio skill points to be used. Mildly disappointed that this semi-secret path off to the side didn't lead to a Kadama or anything, but it is what it is. Let's go in the main entrance here. Oh. Kind of a big deal for a just I think I've noticed for the first time that this thing's pattern is really similar to. Well, you know what? I'm not used to fighting one of these with Oh, I can't be. I'm using the Thunder God Kasarigama. That's not going to help us at all. Need to get off of that, but hopefully without getting completely murdered while I'm fucking around with different Kasarigamas here. Luckily my allies had my back for that. Ow.
Let me handle this.
Well, okay, I mean, if you want to, I'm fine with it, but...
I know I'm better than this.
Dear me.
Yeah, this is definitely easier with allies, but still not, like, impossible to fail. He's gotten health back.
Fall back. No good to anyone dead. Can't believe this.
Let's try to get you back. Because it will get gradually harder if I don't have allies.
This is no good.
Ow. I guess I'm getting confused by the game changing its mind about whether or not I can hear my allies. Oh, crap. Oh boy. That was really close. You guys got anything to say? Or are you just treating that like it was a normal fight? Okay. Yeah, but I guess I didn't realize how close that thing's patterns are to the white Bengal tiger enemy is kind of really similar in its movements to the Nioh. It's just probably a little simpler. That it shoots lightning from above on wherever you are attack really does sort of get on my nerves. It's really hard for me. Like, my instinct is that if I open this door, it doesn't seem like it's... The map doesn't seem to indicate that the end of the level is right there, but... Okay, it's not. So we've got... My concern, of course, is Kodama's. And I'm really fortunate that we were able to switch weapons in the middle of a fight and get away with it. But I'm actually going to go back to the Thunder God Kasarigama now. It looks like we've got another Kodama Shrine ahead. I don't know how much level we've got ahead before we just get straight to a boss fight. Sound seems really weird in my ear.
It seems a horde of
Oh,
evil
that's normal.
spirits has appeared in Beatdown Inn in Uji.
Mm-hmm.
I will head there at once.
Oh, you're both ditching me at the same time. Okay, great. Lovely. You the last Kodama? Yeah, I think we're about to finish the level. I think this is going to be it. Because now it seems like the,
I shan't forget this searing pain, nor how these burns torment me. Let yokai run amok through this ravaged world. Soon all will know my unending agony. If the price to pay is my mortal flesh, I shall gladly pay it.
Never mind, I guess I got myself killed before I could finish reading that dialogue. Oops. That seemed important, too. I'm kind of annoyed with myself for having missed it. So this guy got killed, and he was really mad about it, and therefore he was going to turn to evil, it seemed like. I think that seemed like it was really important. I think that was the corpse of the guy who's now like the main bad. Okay. This could be it. Like, the thing is, just avoid the hellish hag and get to this door, which is where the... Well, no, there's another path over here. So is this just a little side room with a little free red spider lily, or is there an actual whole... No, there's a whole lot more going on. Alright, that suggests that this door here is probably... must be opened from the other side. No, there's definitely a thing on the other side of that that looks like it's the boss. So... Oh, but never mind. This is probably a way for you to avoid the Hell Hag, maybe, for future trips. Well, let's assume that the boss in there is the big boss, and that it's that it's full of dark power and probably doesn't like purity. So, Demon Horde Kusarigama with purity might be my best bet. I think I got some purity plus 6, purity plus 9. Fire. I think that Demon Horde Kusarigama was my purity Kusarigama. So yeah, let's see what's going on in here. Let's check in on this guy, see what his deal is. Okay, well, lightning is not going to be the way to go, probably.
You loathsome wretch.
Just as God made me, sir.
Blade. You will not stand in my way again.
He's angry. Oh, I messed up. Really messed up. I used a I evaded that game. Ow. Well, maybe he doesn't have abilities to just change the place into Dark Realm. That would be a nice change of pace. I'm starting to think this guy's got 2 forms. Not that I'm doing brilliantly, but I'm not having that much trouble on the first try so far. Oh, he tricked me there. Okay, I thought he would have no, you're fully sensitive, brat. No, I thought he would stop with the what am I trying to say here? Thought he would just throw out 1 or 2 sets of fireballs and then stop, and he just kept going further than I thought. Purity, it doesn't seem like it's impossible to get it applied, but poison worked pretty good, actually. But I think the key is going to be just avoiding that Hell Witch to start. I thought I was evading, but the hell do I know about what I'm doing? None of my debuffs last very long against him. Ow. So that's all still there, huh? He doesn't have a lot of health. Poison seems pretty good against him. Ow. Okay, is he going to be one of these? I gotta fight you again, guys.
Surrender my flesh to you. Come, 8 lightning gods of Yomi.
Alright, he is a... Oh. Yeah. Thought he seemed too easy. Kinda hoping I could just, like, surprise it with purity. Surprise it with purity. But I got electrocuted instead. I'll tell you what. I wrapped up my last... oh, this is annoying. Alright, we'll take one more shot at it here. What would be good against, let's try water against the lightning type Pokemon. Poison works really well against him. It's hard to say whether it'll work against the lightning type Pokemon. Not a whole lot else of what we were doing against him was really that effective, so save the rest maybe for that fight. Sad that we missed this dialogue, because it's probably roughly explaining who he is. And let me at least get to this room so I can get my goodies back. If I don't win it here, though, I mean, last time... Oh, never mind, you go straight to the Cursed God of Yomi. Okay, that actually makes things a lot easier. So you could probably get to the point where you could beat him consistently with ease, but... thought I had gotten inside of its attack pattern there, but I guess not. Damn it. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I feel like getting better or putting this off till another play session. Poison isn't working against it very well, is it? No, poison's not going to be the key to this. Main thing is I got my guardian spirit back. Okay, I gotta think. Do I feel like trying to get better at this, or accept it as fate that last time I had a session which ended with me getting ready to face a boss at the beginning of my next session, and this time, if I were to call it a little session right now, I'd be in the same place. But either way, for you guys, it's going to be the end of this video. When we come back next time, guys, the 8 lightning gods of whatever, and I think this might be the end of the DLC, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. Well, hopefully next time, unless I have a total failure vid, but we'll see. Bye-bye.